Hi everybody, this video is going to go over the Loyal Action credit book platform. We will take a look at this directly from Loyal Action, the backend. We'll also take a look at it from the retail side and the T-sheet. Now, the credit book platform is a cool thing that we do have. It allows you to store winnings from a tournament, whether that's everybody contributed so many dollars to a pot, or if this is a league or something along those lines. It allows players to pay into a pot, and then you can store that money within Loyal Action and distribute the winners when you're ready to do so. If this is something that you are interested in, it's not something you already have access to, please reach out to your account managers and they will be happy to get this set up for you. As well, you can also reach out to our support on the bottom right of the t-shirt and they can help get this set up for you as well. Now you will log into Loyal Action to actually access the back end of the credit books, and we'll take a look at that in just a moment. If you do already have Loyal Action, whether that's gift cards or if that's a loyalty program, you will use the same program. So we will set that up for you so that you have one login. But if you don't have a Loyal Action program already, no worries, our team will get that ready for you. So within the Loyal Action platform, if we click into credit books, we've got prize accounts and credit books. So prize accounts are the holdings of funds. So these would be the accounts that may be for a league, that may be for a tournament. And this is where customers will pay into the prize account. The money will stay there until you're ready to distribute as winners. And then once you distribute as winners, that winner will get a credit book. So the credit book is essentially the amount of winnings that a customer has earned, and the prize account is the money that is held once customers have paid into the. So first, if we look into prize accounts here, you can see I have a couple. I've got men's league, Tuesday league, women's league. So the way I have it set up is so each week of my men's night, my members and golfers, they will pay $10 into it each week. And then at the end of the week, there will be winnings, and that will be all distributed here within the men's league. So for example, if we actually click into this here, we can see that we've got a total balance of $54. I can see the list of participants who have participated into this pool, and I can see if we distribute any winnings here, you'll notice those here. So a contribution means that this person paid $10, and a distribution means that this person has won $10. Now, what you will see throughout the Loyal Action platform is the invoice number here is going to directly link to the Lightspeed retail transaction. So if you were to search this number in your reports within Lightspeed retail, this would be the ID number of the transaction. So you would be able to find this exact sale and see exactly the item that was used, the payments that were used, and so on. There are a couple of things to look at just within the prize account. We will go over how you can distribute in a little bit later, but you can see here, like I mentioned, the list of participants. You can even search through these. So if you had a long list, for example, you can go ahead and search them. When we get into distributing the winnings, we will go over how to do that. But you do have the ability to just manually withdraw or contribute here. Now, one thing to know, if you do this, this will not record in Lightspeed Retail. So be cautious on when you use these buttons, because typically most times your accountant will want you to do everything through Lightspeed Retail, even if you're making adjustments or changes. Now, if we were to actually go ahead and create another prize account, so let's say we need to do one for a tournament we have coming up, we can do that quite easily. Now, this item, this men's league, is actually an item within our Lightspeed retail. So if we go ahead and search for that item, you can see my men's league credit book. This is actually the item that is used every time somebody contributes. So if I click onto this, I can actually go into the sales here, and I can see everybody that has contributed. And like I mentioned, this sale ID, I think we had 666 at the top of the list there. 666 here. So that's the same transaction. And when I click into this, I can see how the customer paid as normal, but then the line here will be men's league credit book. So that's how it is recorded on your Lightspeed retail. So if we need to create a new one, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new item in retail, and then we're going to link that item to its own prize account directly within Loyal Action. So let's go ahead and create an item here. So let's do our Friday night league. I'm going to make sure this item is non-inventory and turning off taxes and discounts. If you choose to categorize this, you have the ability to. I do have a credit book category, so I'm going to select that here, and then I'm just going to save this. Now, the actual linking from the retail item to Loyal Action is going to be the ID. So the retail ID for this item is 712. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go into our prize accounts. I'm going to add a new prize account, call it the same thing. I'm going to put in that ID, and I'm going to click create here. So what we've just done is we have created a new prize account. So Friday Night League is a new prize account. So this is a new pot of money that customers can contribute into, and we've linked it to a retail item. So if we go back to our prize accounts here, you can see our Friday Night League is here. We don't have a balance because nobody has paid into it yet, but it is active. Now, the other thing I want to show you is the actual credit books. So like we mentioned, when somebody pays into a credit book, you've got a balance and now you can distribute winners. So when you do that, it's going to create a credit book for the actual winner. So for example, this person here, they want a little bit of winning. So if we can click on this, it'll actually take us right to this individual's credit book. We can see this person's balance. And again, we can see all of their transactions. So it looks like this person redeemed $15 and we've got a matching invoice number to it. Looks like they were given $20 in winnings from this Women's League prize account. So you are able to see all these. We've even got restaurant transactions here. So if you do want to use credit books in restaurant for redemptions, you are able to do that. So this is a good detail overview of an individual's credit books. To give you a better overview of credit books, you can see here, when I clicked on credit books, it takes me to all of my customers that do have winnings. So each individual that has a winnings amount will have its own credit book. Now, these credit books will be used to redeem in either retail or restaurant, like I mentioned. So when this person decides, so this Jeff, he has $20, when he decides he wants to redeem his money, he can do that directly through a Lightspeed retail or restaurant transaction. Now, one thing I want to show you with the payment types here, if we go into settings and payment types, and we'll just show archived, credit book payments is what is going to be used every single time a customer redeems their credit book. So let's say Jeffy was decided to come in and use his $20 balance on a transaction. The payment type would be labeled as credit book payment. If you do want to see this for reporting, feel free to restore this so that way you can see this in your reports. All right, so let's actually go through a transaction here, and we're going to do it directly from the T-sheet. So let's say, for example, we've got a group here, there's two of them, and they want to pay, and they're also going to contribute to our new Friday night league. If we click into this, there's a couple of things we need to note. Everybody that contributes must have an email, and we must make sure that that email is what's in retail, which should be no issue if that's what's in golf. But one thing to note here is if Russell here is paying for two people, so he's our contribution to the credit books is $10 per person. If he's going to pay $20 and he's paying for both people into the prize account, only the person attached to the sale will be the one that contributes. So let's do a little bit of a better example here. Let's take payment. We're going to open up our retail screen here. You'll notice that only Russell Wilson is attached to the sale and he's got an email on file. So if we go ahead and let's go click prize accounts here. So he's contributing. We're going to contribute to our Friday night league here. And we're going to enter the balance. So like I said, he's actually going to contribute $20, which is for two people. But what you'll notice is that only Russell's name will be listed as a contributor. So only the person attached to the sale will be listed as a contributor, even if they're paying for two people. So we can go ahead, we've got our tea times, we can add anything else like regular, and we'll go ahead and just finalize the sale here. Again, like normal, they'll be marked as paid and arrived, nothing changes on the golf side of things, and everything is all set. Now, if we go into our credit books and let's go to our prize account, into our Friday Night League, we can see we've got $20 here. And like I mentioned, Russell is the only person here that has contributed. So let's say, for example, Russell did win. We can go ahead and distribute the winnings to him. And we're going to simply do this within the Loyal Action. So all winnings are distributed within the backend of Loyal Action. So let's go ahead and click the plus sign here. And he actually won $10 today. So we'll go ahead and we'll distribute the prize account. So we can see Russell Wilson has won $10. If we click on his name here, he has a $10 balance on his credit book. So this was the first credit book winning for Russell. So this is the first time he's been created a credit book. Now, if we go back to that Friday Night League, and let's say the guest that was playing with Russell actually did win as well, we do have the ability to manually add a winner. So even though he didn't contribute to the list of participants here, we can manually add a winner. So what you will need is a first name, last name, and an email. And like I mentioned, if this is already a customer in golf or retail, you do want to make sure you get the same email. So let's actually go to our customer list here in retail, and let's find somebody. Here we go. So let's say Tyler Dash here has one. We want to make sure that we copy that email directly from retail, so that way it's a matching customer. So we'll add him here, and we need to distribute winnings to him. So he also won $10. So we'll distribute that prize account there. So you can see now, again, Tyler Dash has his own credit book, and we can even go into the credit book list here. And Tyler's listed here with $10, and now Russell's listed here with $10. Perfect. So next thing is if a customer wants to redeem a credit book. So let's go ahead and go to, we'll just do this one directly from retail so I can show you how this works just within retail, and you don't always have to go from the T-sheet. So we'll start a new sale here. And we need to ask the customer. So let's add Russell to the transaction. And today he is just going to get some food and maybe some teas as well. Now he told you he wants to pay with his winnings. So if you want to distribute his or use his winnings, we're going to click on credit book. So the two buttons here on your sales screen are prize accounts and credit books. Prize account is only used when a customer is paying into a credit book or a prize account, sorry, and a credit book is only used when the customer wants to redeem. You will have a similar redeeming option on Lightspeed Retail, or sorry, Lightspeed Restaurant, which you can use that there if that's how you choose to use your credit books. So again, we'll click credit books here. It's automatically going to open up his credit book because it links to that email. We can see he owes $10, but he actually only has $10 on his card. So we're just going to actually withdraw the whole amount, but you can customize this if you only want to spend $5. That's up to you. And we'll withdraw that here. It'll even show you his balance is now $0. So now when we click on payment, you will notice that the payment has been added here. So the payment is a tender, so it's not necessarily going to show when you first add it. You'll have to click on payment and then it will show here. So he still owes a balance of $34, which he's just going to give us in cash, and we can finish the sale here. Perfect. If we go back to our credit books, let's just refresh this. We can see Russell has a $0 balance. We can even see exactly where he spent that, and we can go to this transaction. Which we got right here. We can click into it. Again, we can see the customer, when it was done. If we click on payments, this is where you will notice it is the credit book payment. So that is the payment type used, and his line items are the items that he purchased. So that's how it's going to display in retail. Now, let's say, for example, somebody has a credit book earnings. So the customer that played with Russell, Tyler, he was a guest of Russell. He doesn't play here all that often. So we actually want to give this $10 as a gift card to him. So we can definitely do that. And that's going to be done starting within Lightspeed Retail. So we'll start a new sale here. We do need to add him to the sale as always. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start and we're going to create the gift card. So whether you use Loyal Action gift cards or just the regular Lightspeed gift cards, you can do that either way. But let's do a Loyal Action gift card here. And we're going to call it Tyler 1. Of course, you can call it anything you want, or if you have a barcode scanner or gift cards, physical gift cards, you can put those codes in there as well. So we're going to give him $10 and we're going to create this card. Now to pay for this, we are going to click on credit books here. And again, it automatically pulled him up because of his email that we attached to his file. And we're going to distribute the entire balance here of $10. So you can see his balance is $0 now. And if we go back to the sales screen, so he has purchased a $10 gift card. Once we click on payment, we can see that there was a $10 payment here, which was his credit books. So his balance is $0. And when we finish the sale, he's all set. So going back into his credit book here, it's now at $0 because we gave it to a gift card. And if you did it within Loyal Action, which we did, we can actually go to Loyal Action here and see his $10 gift card. Perfect. All right, so that is how you would go about using your credit book winnings to create a gift card. And that is actually everything that we're going to go over today. So I appreciate you taking the time to listen and watch through. If you do have any further up questions, feel free to post them into the support chat and they'll be happy to help you, or also you can reach out to your account managers. Thank you.